A German citizen who was freed in exchange for Russian agents in a prisoner swap earlier this month is now under investigation. German prosecutors are looking into allegations that the man, who is known as Rico K, may have been responsible for an explosion. He was among Western prisoners, along with the U.S. reporter Evan Gershkovich, who were released earlier this month. He was sentenced to death in Belarus on terrorism charges, but later pardoned by that country's leader, Alexander Lukashenko. Rico K was seen on Belarusian television, apparently confessing to working for Ukrainian intelligence services. Well, for more, I'm joined now by DW's political correspondent, Simon Young. Simon, good to see you. So Rico K possibly connected to an explosion. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, Brent, this might at first seem strange. The German government involved in a prisoner swap to bring home one of its citizens held in a foreign jail, sentenced to death, brings him home on a private jet. And reportedly, Chancellor Scholz was there when he arrived to shake him by the hand. And now German authorities are investigating him. Federal prosecutors have not said which explosion it is that they're looking into. But according to reports in the Welt am Sonntag newspaper here in Germany, this goes back to a request from the Belarusian authorities themselves. So one may well assume that, he's facing the same allegations as he faced when he was in court in Minsk. And I think this whole story, at least the new details we've had today about a German investigation as well, just shows how cautiously Germany is sort of tiptoeing through the diplomatic minefield that is one of the results of Russia's war in Ukraine.
Well, Simon, remind us, how did he end up in prison in Belarus in the first place?
Right. Rico K was arrested by the Belarusian authorities when he tried to fly out of Minsk in October of last year. And he was charged subsequently with espionage, terrorism, and causing an explosive detonation. Now, during his trial, as we said, controversially indeed, Belarusian TV showed him apparently confessing to working for the Ukrainian intelligence service, SBU. And as part of that work, he said that he had collected a rucksack and had placed that next to some train tracks. And the allegation is that subsequently there was an explosion as a result of that. Now, Rico K said, well, he had no knowledge that there was a bomb there or anything, but that was the evidence that the Belarusians presented in court. Who knows whether that confession is true? But what does seem clear is that the Belarusian authorities had a desire to exchange this man for agents who were being held in Western countries at the time, in particular one Vadim Krasikov, who's the man who carried out a murder here in Berlin in 2019 on Kremlin orders. He was being held in a German jail, and indeed he was one of those Russians who was sent home as part of this prisoner exchange. So it's a complex story, and I think many more details are likely to come out in the subsequent months.
DW Simon Young taking us through that complicated story here in Berlin tonight. Simon, thank you.